아시아 순방을 마치고 돌아온 도널드 트럼프 대통령은 영부인과 함께 백악관 할로윈 행사에 참석해 어린이들에게 직접 사탕을 나눠주었습니다. 그리고 다음날 플로리다로 향하는 에어포스원 안에서 진행된 기자회견에서 트럼프 대통령은 이번 해외 순방에서 3조 달러 규모의 경제적 성과를 거두었고 한중일 정상과의 만남이 모두 성공적이었다고 전했습니다. 특히 한국과의 정상회담도 놀랍도록 잘 진행됐다고 밝히며 자신을 대하는 높은 대우가 미국을 존중하는 것이라고 치켜세웠습니다. 그럼 지금부터 트럼프 대통령의 에어포스원 기자회견 전체 영상을 한글 자막과 함께 보시겠습니다.
Lunches, meetings, a lot of things having to do with the economics of America. We took in approximately $3 trillion over the last few days from the trips that we made. They were unbelievable. The deal with China is going to be wonderful. I think it's going to be long-lasting. I got really along with President Xi very well, as you saw. You were there. Many of you were there. And I think it's great. I think it's great. I think it's really good. Are you set? Are you okay?
I'm sorry, I'm not getting any audio for this.
Okay, well, let's get it right.
All right, we have it now, sir.
Okay. So the trip was fantastic. We took in over $3 trillion, really in profit, if you want to define it that way. You see, the farmers are very happy. I think it's 25 million tons, but it's numbers that they've never seen before. In terms of the soybeans, in terms of other things. We have numbers coming to our farmers that the farmers have never seen before from China. Our farmers are very happy. I suggest that they go out and buy larger tractors and more land. Okay? We want larger tractors and more land because nobody's ever seen anything like it. I've given China great incentives to hold down the fentanyl, get rid of it ideally. You know, a lot of people don't know it's used as an anesthesia, it's used as a lot of things. A lot of good things happen, but unfortunately when it's developed a certain way, a lot of bad things happen. Because a lot of people would say, well, why is it made? I mean, it's made for a lot of good purposes, but it also has some very bad purposes when you design it a certain way and people can take it and design it. So China's working very hard on that. I really believe that. And they have an incentive. I'd love to get rid of the extra 10%. I put a 20% penalty on. I had a great conversation about it with President Xi yesterday, and I'd love to get rid of the other. As soon as we see that, we'll get rid of the other 10%. Other than that, we haven't cut the tariffs at all with China. But we're going to have a great relationship with them, I think, for a long period of time. If we have a smart president, we'll have a great relationship. If we don't have a smart president, which is also a very strong possibility, then we won't have a great relationship. But China is, the meeting with China was incredible. The meeting with Japan, incredible. And the meeting with South Korea, likewise, incredible, all of them. And trillions of dollars are coming back to our country because of those meetings. And we have others planned with other countries, but those are big ones. And the meeting with China was one that everybody wanted. The meeting with the new Prime Minister, who's fantastic, of Japan, could not have gone better. We've worked out our deal, and South Korea, you saw the way we were treated. Our country is respected again. When they treat me with that kind of respect, they're treating our country with that kind of respect, which is much more important. And our country is respected again. Do you have any questions?
There are
There
reports that you are considering strikes within Venezuela. Is that true?
No.
That you made a decision on that?
No, it's not true.
Mr. President, on the nuclear strikes, the nuclear tests that you were talking about, are you talking about literally resuming underground nuclear detonation tests?
You'll find out very soon, but we're going to do some testing. Yeah, other countries do it. If they're going to do it, we're going to do it.
Okay, you can't clarify whether you'll resume.
I'm not going to say yet. I mean, I know exactly what we're doing, where we're doing it, but other countries are doing it, and if other countries do it, we do it.
Do you have more details on the FBI thwarting that that terrorist attack in Michigan that was set to happen over the weekend, Halloween weekend? The FBI.
We're catching people before they ever start. Yeah.
Mr. President, your response to Viktor Orban saying he will ask for an exemption from U.S. sanctions on Russian oil?
He has asked for an exemption. We haven't granted one, but he has asked. Victor, he's a friend of mine. He's asked for an exemption. What else?
Mr. President, on Venezuela.
Yeah, please.
What did you talk about with Prime Minister Carney? Are you and Canada going to resume negotiations?
No, but I have a very good relationship. I like him a lot. But you know what they did was wrong. He was very nice. He apologized for what they did with the commercial because it was a false commercial. You know, it was the exact opposite. Ronald Reagan loved tariffs, and they tried to make it look the other way. And he did apologize, and I appreciated it. We had a great dinner, you know, with other countries, as you know. And I think we have a very good relationship personally. I think that what they did was wrong, but he apologized.
On the SNAP benefits set to expire tomorrow, folks are talking about putting out about canned goods and non-perishables for trick-or-treaters. Is there a possibility, like you did with the military moving around funds, is there a possibility to do that?
Well,
for
there
these
always is, but
Americans?
all the Democrats have to do is say, let's go. I mean, you know, they don't have to do anything. They don't have to agree. All they have to do is say, the government is open. And we only need 5 Democrats. But they're, you know, they've become a radical left party. They really have they've become a very radical left partner. And they've lost their minds. They've lost their minds. All they have to do is say, the government is open, and that's the end of it. And, you know, largely, when you talk about SNAP, you're talking about largely Democrats. But I'm president. I want to help everybody. I want to help Democrats and Republicans. But when you're talking about SNAP, if you look, it's largely Democrats. They're hurting their own people. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. President.